Hello everyone. I am Shishikala, Assistant Professor of Physics, SVS College Bantwal. Now I am going to talk about the topic cosmic rays. What are cosmic rays? Cosmic rays are highly energetic particles coming from the outer space into the Earth's atmosphere. The cosmic rays consist of high energetic particles. The particles are charged as well as uncharged. The energy of these particles ranges from several MeV to 10^20 GeV. These cosmic rays are discovered by Austrian physicist Victor Franz Hess in 1912. He demonstrated that the intensity of the cosmic rays decreases as one moves to the depth of the Earth, and it increases as one moves to higher altitudes. Hess also concluded that Earth receives cosmic rays constantly from outer space. These radiations are named as cosmic rays by American physicist Robert Millikan. Actually, the term cosmic rays is inaccurate as cosmic particles arrive individually, not in the form of a ray. The cosmic rays are classified into two groups. This classification is based on their power of penetration. The two types of cosmic rays are soft cosmic rays and hard cosmic rays. Power of penetration is usually measured in terms of thickness of the lead sheet. The rays which are absorbed by 10 centimeters thickness of a lead sheet are known as soft cosmic rays. The rays which are able to penetrate 10 centimeters thickness of the lead sheet are called hard cosmic rays. The cosmic rays are also classified into two more groups as primary and secondary cosmic rays. Now, what are primary cosmic rays? These are the radiations incident on the boundary of the Earth's atmosphere. These radiations consist of mainly 85% protons, 13% alpha particles, 2% heavy nuclei with atomic number up to 40. These are all called as the primary cosmic rays. Now, secondary cosmic rays. These are the cosmic rays which would reach the Earth's surface. When the primary cosmic rays pass through the dense atmosphere of the Earth, they interact with atoms and molecules present in the Earth's atmosphere. This interaction will generate new particles, and these particles will reach the Earth's surface as secondary cosmic rays. And the secondary cosmic rays, they consist of 70% mesons, 29% electrons and positrons, 1% other particles. The mesons are pions, pi mesons, pi plus, pi minus and pi neutron. These pi mesons are highly unstable and their lifetime is in terms of some nanoseconds. So they cannot exist for a longer time. Then they decay to form muons or mu mesons. The decay process is pi plus meson decays into mu plus along with a muon neutrino. Pi minus decays to mu minus and a neutrino. The neutral pi meson, it decays into two gamma photons of very high energy. The energy of the gamma photon is converted into electron and positron when the gamma photon interacts with the nuclear field of atomic nucleus in the atmosphere. This process of generation of electron and positron is called pair production. This process continues till the energy of the photon becomes less than 1.02 MeV. Thus, a neutral pi meson initiates a chain of secondary reactions leading to the formation of electrons, positrons and photons. Now let us see what is cosmic ray shower. In 1928, experiments were conducted using Wilson cloud chamber and track detector, and from this experiment it was observed that cosmic rays are arriving in groups having common origin. This is called as cosmic ray shower. The detailed theory of cosmic ray shower was developed by Indian physicist Homi Jahangir Bhabha and Austrian physicist Hitler. According to their theory, the electron and positron created during pair production take part in the process of shower formation. What actually this cosmic ray shower is? The electron or the positron may lose their energy when they interact with the atomic nucleus of the atmosphere. This energy appears as high energetic photons. When this photon interacts with the nucleus, again electron-positron pairs are created. The minimum energy required for this process is 1.02 MeV. The electron and positron so created produce more photons on interaction with the nuclei. They in turn cause pair production, and this process continues. This is referred to as cosmic ray shower. Now, let us discuss about variation of intensity of cosmic rays and what are the factors which affect the intensity of these cosmic rays. Mainly, there are three factors due to which the intensity of the cosmic ray varies. The first one is the latitude effect. From the experiments, it was found that the intensity of cosmic rays is maximum at the poles and minimum at the equator. As we move from equator to the polar region, the intensity increases up to 45 degree, and between 45 to 90 degree intensity remains almost the same. This is called as the latitude effect. The explanation for this latitude effect is as follows. Why the variation in intensity occurs with latitude? The explanation is, at the polar region, the charged particles enter the atmosphere along the magnetic lines of force, so that they experience minimum force. So they suffer minimum deflection. Hence, their concentration is more at the polar region. Hence, intensity of the cosmic rays is also more in the polar region. At the equator, the charged particles enter at right angles to the magnetic field lines. Hence, they experience maximum force, so that they suffer maximum deflection. Hence, their concentration is minimum at the equator. And the variation of intensity of the cosmic rays with the latitude is as shown in the graph. The second effect is the altitude effect. The variation of intensity with height from the Earth's surface is called the altitude effect. It was described by Millikan. He found that the intensity gradually increases up to 8 kilometers. From 8 kilometers to 24 kilometers, there is a rapid increase in the intensity, and above 24 kilometers, intensity again decreases. This variation is called the altitude effect. The third one is east-west effect. The effect explains that the intensity of cosmic rays is slightly more in the direction of east than west. At the equator, the number of particles coming from west is 14% more than that from east. As the cosmic rays consist of positively charged particles, when they enter the atmosphere, their velocity in the downward direction, and they are deflected by Earth's magnetic field towards east. As per Fleming's left-hand thumb rule. Hence, majority of the particles appear to be coming from the west, and this effect is called east-west effect. Now I talk on the phenomena called Van Allen radiation belts. What are Van Allen radiation belts? These are the radiation belts discovered by the scientist Van Allen, and they are named after him as Van Allen radiation belts. The experimental data received indicate that the intensity of the cosmic rays increases with altitude and then decreases. But it's also observed that at an altitude of 700 km, the intensity becomes enormous. This enormous variation of cosmic ray intensity was explained using the radiation belts called Van Allen radiation belts. These are the belts formed due to trapping of charged particles of cosmic rays from the Earth's magnetic field. The trapped energetic charged particles spiral along the field lines and are reflected at the poles. There are two radiation belts which are discovered so far. One is located at an altitude of 3000 km. This belt is smaller one and is called as inner radiation belt. The other one is at an altitude of 16,000 km called as outer belt. And lastly, what about the origin of these cosmic rays? From where actually these cosmic rays are coming from? The origin of the cosmic rays, it is still a mystery. There is no clear explanation for the origin of these high energetic particles. However, sun, stars, galaxies, intergalactic space are assumed to be the source of these cosmic rays. It's also assumed that the cosmic rays are emitted in abundance during supernova explosion also. And according to Fermi, the magnetic field existing in the intergalactic space may act like a gigantic cosmic ray accelerator, and it may induce enormous energy to these charged particles. With these things I conclude. Thank you.